We often come across some big questions about time, our purpose, and our existence. But the search for all of these big questions lead to another question. How deep are you willing to go? We often ask ourselves about the purpose of our existence, assuming that there is one eternal purpose made for us to fulfill. But why should there be a purpose? We hope that there's something bigger and eternal after our lives end here. Well, what do we mean by the end? Do we even exist? Is this life just a minor part of something bigger, or is it all there is? And if our existence is finite, what would it feel like when we stop existing? And this just brings up more questions like, what does it mean to exist? I know this might be complicating things for you right now, but I promise I'll simplify everything by the end of this video. Because at the end, that's all we want, isn't it? One simple answer that covers every aspect of the existence and non-existence of everything. Now, why is it that we're seeking that one simple answer? Is it the simplicity that we're seeking, or is it just our brain trying to handle complex data by labeling them? Now, when we explore a new concept, it becomes overstimulating to cover every aspect of that subject, because nothing is simple. Every concept has several layers to it that unfolds as you dive deep into it. But then again, is there really an end to those layers? Every concept is like a folder on your computer, which has more folders within it, representing different levels of depths of the aspects of the understanding of it, which then contains different answers to the questions that were asked on that specific level of understanding. That's why it's absurd to give a non-defining label to a subject. By doing that, you're just holding or blocking yourself from going further into it. That's why when someone asks me about a thing that I understand on more than just one level, I have to ask them to specify their question, or ask them about their understanding on the subject of that question.
Oh, you're making a video.
Yeah.
So the oranges, do you want them or should I eat them all?
Well, it depends on what you mean when you say eating. Is it the basic desire for humans to consume food, or save two for me? Yeah, that's an exaggeration of what I'm trying to say here. My point is, I can't just have an opinion on a certain subject. I can't just label it as positive or negative. I would always need words or statements that could cover every aspect of that concept, and those aren't easy to find and are even more difficult to come up with. But then again, what is the factor that classifies a task as difficult or easy? Now, this video does not contain any answers to any of those big questions, but I here have an approach, a method for seeking the answers to those big questions. Well, first, are these questions really big? Or are there bigger ones? How long does the scale go? Should we be okay with not having all of these answers? Because after all, why are we seeking them? But then I also wonder what it would feel like to know all of these answers. And that's when I realized that both of these states are the same. It's a null and purposeless state. But cycling in this infinite wheel of bringing up more and more questions could also be overwhelming, as kind of demonstrated in this video. So the approach that I like to take for my curiosity and for almost every aspect of my life is to be still enough to be peaceful with not knowing, and to be curious enough to keep moving towards the answers for what I do not know. Now, I hope I just didn't mess up your head. Well, if I did, take a quick break and sort it all out. Learn to be peaceful in situations that you didn't hope for. Don't just run into those new possibilities, but don't hold your potential by labeling them either. And keep yourself open for the amazing discoveries that this life contains. That's it for the video, and thanks for watching.